Hi, this is Mary with TinyFrog Technologies, and today we're going to be talking with Brian about having an effective website. We often hear you saying to build the site from the outside in. What does that mean?
Well, a lot of times when companies design their websites, what they tend to do is get all the stakeholders together in one room and they decide what should be on the website. That seems pretty logical. But the problem with that is they're not taking into consideration the people who are going to be using the website, which is going to be the visitors of the site. So what might happen is they will then craft a site that does a good job of meeting their needs, the stakeholders' needs, everything they want to accomplish, but not necessarily when a visitor comes there with their own agenda, it may not meet those needs very well. So that the typical approach we see is building from the inside out. In other words, the inside stakeholders deciding what the site should be rather than really polling and understanding visitors, visitor classes, and visitor intent.
And how do you decide who the visitors of the site are going to be?
There's a few different ways to do it. There's both qualitative information, quantitative information that can be used. For quantitative, you can go to your web analytics and learn about the various segments of visitors and how they're behaving on the site. For qualitative, a lot of times actually your staff, the people who have the frontline communications with your prospects, they know an awful lot about what are the typical types of questions that are being asked, what are some of the concerns, what are the goals. And then also doing customer surveys and online web polls also is a good source of information.
Thanks everyone. For more information, you can visit tinyfrog.com.